Hello, everybody, and welcome to the final episode. I'm guessing. I guess, don't know that yet, but I'm like 95% sure that, but yeah, I'm reasonably certain, like 90% certain that, it'll be done. I mean, but yeah, we'll do this, and then I actually did remember a quest that we will need to do after we finish the main quest here, which is to fight the Ebony Warrior. Which I actually know how I'm going to do it, or how I'm going to level up to 80. It's going to
So
be
the dragons have
shitty and
returned.
cheesy, but you know.
Well, the Skaal have survived worse.
Okay, well, are you ready to trade your secrets to Hermaeus Mora?
The tree stone is still corrupted. The land is still out of balance. But with the other five restored, it may be enough. It will have to be.
You mean you'll give him what he wants?
Yes. The Skaal also tell of the day when we must finally give up our secrets. When Hermamora finally wins. As shaman, it is my duty to guard these secrets, but also to decide when it is necessary to give them up. I believe that time is now. If I am wrong, may my ancestors forgive me. Give me the book. I will read it and speak to old Hermamora myself. I will make sure he lives up to his part of the bargain.
Hope you know what you're doing.
That is my hope as well. I am trusting that you will make this sacrifice worthwhile.
Father, you must not do this. That book is wrong, evil, against everything you have taught me my whole life.
I must, Freya. It is the only way to free Solstheim forever from Miraak's shadow. There comes a time when everything must change. Nothing that lives remains the same forever. Do not fear for me, my daughter. This is the destiny that the Old Maker has laid out for me.
I stand beside you, Father, as always.
I am ready for whatever the foul master of this book has in store for me.
The Skaal yield up their secrets to me.
Father! No, stop!
I won't. I won't not for you.
Do something!
Dragonborn, you have delivered me the gift I requested. In return, I'll keep my promise as befits a prince of oblivion. I give you the word of power that you need to challenge Miraak. You will be either a worthy opponent or his successor, as the tides of fate decree.
Father! What have you done? I do not blame you. I know he chose this. Go! My father sacrificed himself so you could destroy Miraak and lift his master's shadow from the land. Go then. Kill Miraak. Do not fail.
I never fail to kill. Alright. Let's get our Bend Will shout. Boosh. And now it should tell us that we need to read the book. I actually only brought, the 2 books that we need. I had to go back and get them. And now for some reason I have 2 of that one. Okay, well, whatever. Just do this right in the middle of the Skaal village. I was thinking of going back to the temple to do it, but... Alright. Now, unfortunately, obviously we don't have Serana or our sphere with us, but that I never did give a name to. But that's fine, because I think I could summon them with the follower tweaks command, but at the same time, I think I would have to summon them every time I went through another book. And since they're not supposed to be, and I definitely can't take them to fight Miraak, I'd have to summon them again once I got there. I know that much, because I remember how we get to Miraak. And I don't want them existing to, crash my game or something, so... I think I'm just going to leave them and take on Miraak solo. But yeah, this is the first and last black book that that we're going to do. I was going to say that you have to do, but I mean, well, I guess that would be accurate because you don't have to do any of the other ones. The rest are completely optional, but you have to open up this one, and then obviously we just immediately get kicked out by Miraak. And then, then we have to come back into it to finish the quest line. Okay, well, chapter 1 was fucking nothing. Hello? For some reason it didn't want to go right away. What the hell was that? Oh, whatever. I feel like that would be my reaction if I was ever in a fantasy world. And there's just something like a big explosion or something went off. I feel like I'd look, and if I didn't immediately see the cause, I'd just walk away. I just wouldn't care anymore. Salt, amethyst, and a soul gem, eh? Interesting. Cause yeah, I mean, especially if I was in a place like this, because it would be worrying, but at the same time, if it's something I have to worry about, it would be more well known. Sneak increased. Also, if you're wondering how I plan to get to 80 to fight the Ebony Warrior, I'm literally just gonna legendary out my smithing, and then just craft a bunch of shit that I'm gonna end up throwing away because I don't actually. Wait, I didn't kill that Seeker. Where the fuck did this one die from? Did a Seeker fall down and die? Can they do that? Anyway, yeah, that's my plan. I could have done it already, but I didn't want to. I wanted to wait because it's not going to take very long because I do have a mod installed that lets me craft stuff for free. So boneless limbs, eh? Okay. That opened up the stairs here. But yeah, so it shouldn't take very long to level up, and I wanted to fight Miraak at the level that we naturally got to. I mean, the only thing that I legendaried was lockpicking. And I mean, if I went sword and shield, maybe, because then all of my interesting. Because it's easy enough to power up or to level up your magic skills. Because most of them you can do without actually having to combat anything. So while they may not go up very quickly, they still obviously go up. Um, but I'm happy with the way we did it. I mean, we went um, a spell sword or a battle mage, whatever you want to call it, for most of the game, and then we switched up when we came to Dragonborn. Okay, so I'm guessing that all of these on Apocryphal books are keys of some kind. I don't even know if that one opened unless it opened up that doorway at the beginning. Um, but yeah, we switched up a little bit. Not a huge amount, obviously. We just went from... Because I wasn't using magic very much by the end anyway, because, you know, magic gets outclassed so quickly in this game. But yeah. Maybe not a huge variety in gameplay, but I mean, based on other Skyrim Let's Plays that I've watched, you know, they don't change it up at all. They pick their one thing usually. Here's the thing, right? Like the joke, right, is that everybody plays Skyrim as a stealth archer, right? Which is a joke that makes sense because stealth archer is obviously very, very powerful in this game. But I feel like in people who do Let's Plays, they mostly go mage or dual wield. Like, now granted, obviously, it's not like I've seen all the Skyrim Let's Plays out there. Like, there's a, you know, I don't generally watch multiple people play the same game, right? Uh, Usually, you know, like for example, basically, if it's a horror game, I'll watch, and I actually care about seeing the end of it. I'll watch Markiplier play it, right? Because he does like all fuck, like he does horror games constantly, but he actually makes it to the end of them, which is good. Like action games and that, I actually tend not to watch a huge amount of those, like Uncharted and that, just because I much prefer to play those kinds of games. Whereas horror games, in general, like the ones I watch Markiplier play, like I've enjoyed, I think, every horror game that I've played on my channel, but like a lot of ones like Five Nights at Freddy's and that, I could not imagine fucking playing that just because I don't find the gameplay at all fun, even just watching somebody else play it. And I don't want to put in the time required to make it to the end of that game. And then there's other ones just like I've never heard of. Uh, but yeah, like action games and that. Puzzle games are the same way as action games to me. Like I tend not to watch. Like I've watched Michael and Gavin, Achievement Hunter, there in their play pal thing. Like I watched them do the room, and it was funny. I enjoy those ones. Um, and like the little like indie games and that they play on Play Pals, I really like those. Uh, but like co-op games in general, I just hope that basically Michael and Gavin do it because like I enjoy watching them play games together. Um, but yeah, like for the most part, like and then like Skyrim, what's his name, Grovania, I think, is the only one that I've actually managed to watch the majority of a Skyrim playthrough. I don't think I've ever actually finished a Skyrim let's play of Skyrim, watching somebody else do it. But that's mainly because like I get so far in it and then I just want to play it myself. Like they'll do something or they'll like start like doing something or whatever, right? That just like it's like why the hell would you do that, you fucking moron? And then I just stop watching. It's not why I stopped watching Grovania. Well, maybe because like the one there that I watched of his, hmm, he said he was gonna do 100%, which is like okay, cool, do it, let's see it. And then there's a bunch of stuff that he's like, yeah, and I'm not doing this, and I'm not doing this, and it's like, all right, well then you're not doing 100%. Like I feel like I probably still didn't do 100%, and there's probably still people who'd be like, you need to do this and this. And by the way, if you're one of those people where it's like, you missed doing this or you missed doing that, feel free to leave it in the comments. I will, like, if I get enough stuff that I feel I can make another part of it, I will 100% do it. Like, I will fucking make another part where I do all the stuff that I missed. I mean, in fact, I would love that. Get your illusion out of here. Like, if this went up and like I got a bunch of comments on it with like different stuff that I had missed throughout the Let's Play, that would make me happy for two reasons. Firstly, it would give me a reason to play Skyrim again, and I think I may have came out a very different spot than I had went in. And secondly, it would mean that you watched all the parts, which is, like I said, more than I can do for a Skyrim. Like I said, it's just that I like the game so much, and when I see somebody playing it, it just makes me want to play it. And I find it weird to play a game at the same time as watching somebody else play the same game. So I end up just like turning the game off. Okay, so I'm going to assume. Oh no. I was gonna go back down that tunnel that I came out of, but glad I didn't now. But yeah, and it's just one of those. Like, and to be fair, it doesn't happen with just Skyrim as well. Like, I recently just been going through the Let's Watches that Achievement Hunter did, and I got to the ones with where they were playing Uncharted 4, and it made me play Uncharted again. Like the day after I watched the last part of them playing Uncharted 4, I played from start to finish. I played the first Uncharted game. Honestly, since like I'm doing the Tomb Raider videos, not the old games, they don't hold up very well. They story wise they do, obviously, but gameplay wise, oof, it's rough with the way the combat works in the original Uncharted. Still playable, still doable, obviously. Like, it's not like unplayably outdated, but it is very much but it is very much a combat style that like playing modern games and then going back to play it. Like, and the weird thing is I didn't notice it that much like when I did, because I did Let's Plays in those, I do believe, in all those games, and all 4 of them, all 5. Did I do the Lost Legacy? I know I played the Lost Legacy. I just don't. I think I did a Let's Play in it. I can't remember because at some point I moved my recording setup and then I could no longer record on my PlayStation. Well, I could technically, but it'd be a giant pain in my ass, so I don't anymore. Which is why I played through all of God of War without recording a single second of it, because to be fair, I could also stream from my PlayStation and then just do it that way. But okay, the door down, or the tunnel down there is moving. But I feel like that requires a lot of effort as well. But yeah, I do plan on replaying all of them actually. So I did Uncharted this past weekend. Although for you guys it would have been the weekend before last, and then the weekend that just passed for you guys, I plan on, but it's still coming up for me as of recording. I plan on doing the second one, and I did the first one, then I played some Monster Hunter World. So now I plan to do the second one and then do some Monster Hunter World, assuming I have, time. Because playing a full game from start to finish, even though I play it on easy, because I have You know, like I've already got all the achievements in it. I've proven that I can do it on the hardest difficulty. I just want to like enjoy the game and more or less the story. So I couldn't give two fucks about actually having any difficult combat. Which reminds me, still not an easy game on easy. I died more than once playing through. To be fair, combat-wise, I think I only died like a couple of times due to combat. Still died a few other times though due to camera angles and that and controls. Because every once in a while you want Nathan Drake to jump somewhere and he decides not to, or it's like jump and grab that, and then you jump and he just smacks his face against it. Does not in fact grab it. Okay, I do need actually to equip the bend wheel show at some point, because I do actually need that to make it to Miraak, and I don't know how many chapters are in this book, which is why it's its own part, because I could have theoretically finished it last part, because I don't think it was that much over. Oh. Gnashing blades or delving pincers, I wonder. I'll leave that one blank for now. Here's your puzzle for the... You need to pick up the books to get here. And this is why. Oh, well, I guess I'll go this way then. Now, I don't remember which one that is, because it's a mouth, and it could be pincers or blades. That's got to be the pincers. And gnashing is something you do with your mouth, right? You gnash. I mean, it definitely doesn't look like an eyeball or limbs, so... Okay, that's obviously the prying orbs. Where the hell did you come from, prick? Oops, didn't want that book, but whatever. I have it now. I don't know what I'm going to do for my last video in this, because like I feel like I should do one more as like a cleanup or something, but like unless somebody tells me that I missed stuff, like I'm not going to have anything specific to go for. And yeah, I don't know, because like I don't want to start a new game on Saturday. I guess I could just do 2 parts of whatever horror game I'm playing, right? What am I playing right now? Maid of Skur. I guess I could do 2 parts of that since it's on the weekend, and then start the new game next week. That would make sense. That would work. I think I'll do that. I don't know how long Maid of Skur is, but I doubt that one extra part will. Okay, that one's broken. Will be that big of a difference. Oh, that's probably where we get our last word of the the dragon aspect show. I will kill you as I learn multitask. Okay. So with that, dragon aspect. So strength increases your damage, armor increases your armor, and worm, I do believe, is what increases your shouts. But yeah, the bend will shout lets you tame dragons, and then you can actually fly around on them.
Hail, Furi. Your Thu'um has the mastery. Climb aboard, and I will carry you to Miraak.
So yeah, you climb on this dragon, and this is how you get to Miraak, which is why I knew that I wouldn't be able to take Serana and the orb with me. While riding the dragon, you can lock on to a nearby target and attack it with magic. You can also command the dragon to attack your target. Fast travel while riding the dragon by using your world map. Yeah, it's
Beware.
it's
Miraak
worthless.
is strong. He
Like the bend will shout to use it on a dragon is fairly worthless. It doesn't give you near enough control over the dragon. Like, you don't get control over the dragon to fly at all. Like, not even just for this part. At any point, the dragon will just fly around the location that you tell it to go. And I think it's permanent. Like, I don't think that you
As you command.
Sarota,
Mudar
are you so
Waku.
easily swayed? No, not yet. We should greet our guest first. And so the first Dragonborn meets the last Dragonborn at the summit of Apocrypha. No doubt, just as Hermaeus Mora intended. He is a fickle master, you know. But now I will be free of him. My time in Apocrypha is over. You are here in your full power, and thus subject to my full power. You will die, and with the power of your soul, I will return to Solstheim and be master of my own fate once again.
see, as you can see, I do got the dragon aspect. Yeah, he also does this a lot, where he teleports away. Apparently my weapon ran out of charge. I don't know if that was something he did. Oh, right. That's what he does. To power up, he kills the dragons that were with him. Ugh. Frick. Ooh, I almost got you. I don't know what happens if you actually manage to kill him there. I imagine it's not good. Oof. It's a big hit to take just as you resurrect yourself. Or bring your health back. I don't know whether Sarathar is helping us or not. I mean... Nope, guess not. To get that hit in early. As you can see, not a hugely hard fight. I don't know where he went. Hey, Hermie, what's up? Are you hiding behind the dragon or
Did
something?
you think to escape me, Miraak?
Oh,
You can hide nothing from me here. No matter. I have found a new dragon born to serve me.
the fuck is that, Hermie?
May he be rewarded for his service, as I am.
Miraak harbored fantasies of rebellion against me. Learn from his example. Serve me faithfully, and you will continue to be richly rewarded.
This person is busy. I'm trying to search Miraak and it just comes up this person is busy. That's hilarious. There we go. Get his sword, staff, and armor. And here's the Waking Dreams Black Book, which, if you don't know, doesn't actually give you the 3 options like the rest do. Instead, it unlocks this. And you can spend 1 Dragon Soul to clear all perks from a specific tree, and then you don't have to do the legendary thing with them, and you can just respec. And Miraak, I do believe, just gave us 5 Dragon Souls when he died. But yeah, that's the final boss of the game. Theoretically hardest boss there is, although, you know, obviously Aldwin should theoretically be harder, but none of them are hard. And if you're wondering what the glowy shit around me, it's my shout is still active.
It's so good to see
I
you.
can feel it. The tree stone is free again. The oneness of the land is restored. Does that mean... is it over? Is Miraak defeated?
Yes, Thorn didn't die for nothing. Miraak will never threaten Solstheim again.
Thank you. Whatever your other reasons for acting, you have done the Skaal a great service. We will not forget what you have done.
I mean,
One
my
more thing,
reasons...
Skaal friend. I know it is not my place, but may I offer a word of advice, of warning?
Sure.
As shaman of the Skaal, I am charged with the spiritual well-being of my people. While you are not of the Skaal, you are Skaal friend, and so I give you this warning. Hermamora forced you to serve him in order to defeat Miraak. Do not let him lure you further down that path. The Allmaker made you Dragonborn for a higher purpose. Do not forget that. Walk with the Allmaker, Skaal friend. My father was a noble man, and a true Skaal.
Alright. So yeah, with that, the main quest line is complete. There's nothing extra in Raven Rock or anything. The Skaal here are the only ones who really gave a fuck about Miraak. Now, like I said, to get to level 80, we're just going to cheese the fuck out of it. And, Legendary the Smithing. Oh. Yes. Is there like a crate or something near here that I can like, because I'm about to make a bunch of shit that I don't want to actually like do anything with, and I'd much rather have like a box or something close to the forge. Let's go to... Okay, let's stop at a couple places. First, let's stop at the Temple of Miraak, because that's where the tree stone is, and I don't actually know what you get from the purified tree stone. Because unlike the other ones, you purify the tree stone by killing Miraak. You don't actually use your Bend Will Shout on it or anything. Should be under powers. Root of Power. All spells cost 75% less to cast for 60 seconds. It's not bad. I mean, it's. I mean, I don't know what they could. Like, I was gonna say it's kind of worthless for like now that you technically like finished the entire game, but at the same time, what could they give you that wouldn't be right? All right, let's see. What does Glover here have for like barrels or something next to the... I see barrels, but I can't use those ones. What about just like cross... Oh, here we go. There's an urn, and I can even take stuff out of it without it being stealing, so that's good. Alright. So, I do believe that the Daedric... Let's see. It's based on the value of the item, so that's worth 3,000. 42.75, that's pretty good. What about Stalrim? 42.75. Can you beat that? No, you cannot. All right. Boosh. Increase to 17. Increase to 19. 21. Come on. Level up faster. Okay, there we go. We got one level. Let's throw it into health. And follower leveling up. It doesn't even have a name for it. Okay. Oh, there it is. I passed it. see, how much did that go up? Oof, that's going to be a lot of skill up noises going on because it hasn't even caught up to when I leveled up. Oh, getting there. Obviously, the higher the level the smithing skill is, the more experience we get for our actual level up. Oh, come on. You're so close. Oh, there it is. That can go into stamina. Okay, so we're 79. We need one more level. Let's hope that our smithing will take us there without having to redo it one more time. I mean, I'm just gonna knock it right back up to 100 because why not? You know, I do, you know, on the off chance that I do come back to this in the future, it would be nice to be at 100. Alright. There you go. Level 100 and it leveled up. Awesome. Alright, so with that, our Magicka stats are all at, or our main stats are all at 380. Spread them out. Our heavy armor is as high as it needs to be. Our two-handed actually didn't get up high enough for that. Don't think that there's anything else that I need to... No, because the only thing really that we were leveling up was heavy armor and two-handed, so... Hey, wait, before you go away, can you train anything? No.
The rest they deserve. Well done, friend.
Alright. So now, in this urn, for anyone who wants to find it, is 112 Dragon Bone Warriors. Alright, so now, to get the Ebony Warrior to spawn, I do believe I just need to go to any hold. If I'm not mistaken.
The Northern Maiden is shipshape and ready to go.
So let's, I don't want to fight him here. Let's go to White One. And I think if I don't know if I need to be in the capital or just, or outside of it. I don't remember which place he shows up.
Do you need something?
Yeah, I'd like to level you up. Info, update, and you know what? You were still having. I mean, that should be good. And then I don't think I particularly had anything else of yours that I was leveling up, right? No, restoration. Sure, there you go. You. I think I just put all of your shit into. Okay. But why can't I? Well, whatever. Don't care. Let's see. Now, like I said, I think that you can. Like I said, I'm pretty sure once you hit 80, which just to double check, we are 80 now. He's supposed to show up next time you go to a capital. But like I said, I don't remember if he's outside the gate or like outside the capital or inside the capital. But I don't see him out here, so we'll head inside and see.
What do you
Not,
need?
nothing right now, buddy. I'm looking for someone. they don't seem to be here. I'm pretty sure he is just supposed to like roll up to you. We may have to. We may have to do a little search for him. Maybe because like I said, I'm pretty sure he's supposed to show up at the first capital that you go to. So the fact that we went back to or from the DLC, and that means that we ended up in Windhelm. So it's entirely possible that like he spawned over here or something. And maybe he's around here now. Out here by the stables, because that would make sense. I actually want to run in the sphere there to fight him to see how they do. I doubt that they'll do great. But I mean, assuming they'll actually attack him anyway. Because I mean, obviously, by the time that you hit level 80, if you're not strong enough to defeat him, that's pretty sad. Ah, there he is.
The time has come.
What do you mean?
No quests to be undertaken, no villains to be slain, no challenges to face. Except for you. You are my last challenge. Only you can send me to Sovngarde with honor. Make your preparations. When you're ready, come find me at my last vigil.
Alright. Meet the Ebony Warrior at the last vigil. Which is actually a location that we haven't been to, but that's because I'm pretty sure it doesn't exist until this quest is there. And I I don't know where to go from. I guess we'll start here and see if we can get up there. Could always try and get a dragon to spawn, take me up there, but I don't know that I can have that much control over them, because in all honesty, I'm not entirely sure how you direct the dragon. Because like I said, it's fairly worthless, because dragons, as you already know, aren't very strong in comparison to a lot of stuff that continues to level up. This is a good ending to the thing, you know. It's also funny because, like, obviously you can hit level 80 before you finish the game. Like, the fuck? Oh, there's some gargoyles down here. Don't know what the hell the noise was though. It sounded like somebody saying Fusroda. But oh, he fell through the ground. But I don't know who the hell would be shouting that out here besides the Ebony Warrior, because I do believe that's the one and only shout he can use, which can be really annoying considering where you have to fight him. He can very well knock you off of this fucking play, like knock you off the mountain if you're not careful. But yeah, like I said, I don't particularly remember how to get up to him because it's, in all honesty, I don't hit level 80 very often. It is a very high level, and like as you saw there, it requires, well, I mean, base game 81 was the maximum level. Like until you could legendary stuff, you couldn't get past 81. And it was like a really, and not only was it really weird, but it was 81. It was like 81 and a little bit, you know. what? Let's see what kind of shouts I got. Oh, that's powers. Although I could probably check my powers as well. This one seems good. Yeah. So marked for death, fairly powerful. Oh, and I took his head off. Oh wow, he actually almost killed me. Look at my health. Like fuck, he almost got me. Let's see, what did he have? Health regen, one-handed attacks, shock resist, frost resist, water breathing, always a good one. Ebony bow of winter, and the sword of the vampire. He almost got me. I'll give him that. He did almost get me, but in the end we won. And I don't even feel bad about about having Serana in the sphere with me, because he had summoned a Storm Atronach. But yeah, now Ebony Warrior, actually hardest boss in the game, as you see, because he did in fact almost kill me. Karstag, close second, but Ebony Warrior is still stronger. Oh, I should have summoned Karstag to fight him. Oh well. But yeah, Marked for Death kind of wrecks him pretty good, because it takes away some of his armor and it lowers his max health, and I do believe that it does it by a percentage. So as you saw there, like my first couple power attacks did like barely dented his health. As soon as I used Mark for Death, it took off like huge chunks of it. But yeah, now, because that was an actual quest that we had to do, now I think that we've done everything in Skyrim. It's been, let me check actually. It's been quite a few parts. It is my longest series for sure. Not by much. Assassin's Creed Valhalla, very close second, like surprisingly close second. Let's see. So this says 145, so that would be at least 147. But I don't know if that's all of them that are out yet, because based on almost 150, almost 150 parts. Which, in all fairness, let me check here. Because it's almost 150 parts. And his 100%, and Grovana, the one that I said, where he did his 100% playthrough, was 220 parts. And he has another one here, 212 parts. That's, I'm assuming, a full playthrough. So I mean, I did 150 parts roughly. But I do believe that my videos are longer than most of his. Yeah, his videos are all like half hour long, and like I said, there was a lot of stuff that he also did stuff like during streams and that. But yeah, that is all of Skyrim. We ended it with Serana and our steadfast dwarven sphere here. Our compatriot, Serana's sword, probably hasn't been charged in a hell of a long time, but that's fine. She barely used it anyway. Got our wife and kids at home, and I guess that's just it. We're going to retire now. We've saved Skyrim from the dragons. We've saved Skyrim from the vampires. We saved Solstein from Miraak. I mean, time to just relax. We killed the Ebony Warrior, the strongest person there is. And yeah, so that'll be it for this part and this game, unless I can think of something else to do that I could make a video out of in it. But I mean, oh, actually, before we end the part, fuck, I can't believe I almost forgot that. Gotta go finish off our vault. Kind of wish that the Ebony Warrior had something more unique to him, but realistically, don't like. The Ebony Warrior is a, like, because by the time you can kill him, you have better stuff than he will ever be able to give you. So there's the Miraak armor, there's his sword, and there's his staff. So there's the Miraak display. Our Dragon Elder Scroll is bugged. Our Mythic Dawn display is bugged. Got the Archmage Robe and the Staff of Magnus. We got all of our books on display along with a couple of maps, but we didn't put those there. They were just there. We have all of our Thieves Guild stuff on display, except for the one Gallus' Journal, which isn't actually obtainable and shouldn't be there. Got the Crown of Baron Zaya, the Nightingale Armor, all the Daedric artifacts, like literally all of them. We even got the ones that you're only supposed to get one or the other of. We got both, except for obviously Azura Star, because there's zero way of getting both Azura Star and the Black Star. But the ones that we could do, we did. Got the Ethereal Shield, and then whatever random weapons I put here, Galder, Black Blade, Long Hammer, whatnot. Got the Savior's Hide, the Ebony Mail. Alright, random swords that I put up here and that from different or unique weapons that I put there. I mean, we got the Blood Skull Blade, Harkon's Sword, Soul Render, and Blood Scythe. Over here, we got the Blade Shield, Dawnguard Rune Shield, Shield of Solitude, and Targe of the Blooded, and then just, Shiv. What is this one? Metalbane, maybe? Yeah. Idudge and Oaken. Got some Stalrim. What is it? Oh, the Deathbrand Armor. We got this Ancient Falmer Cuirass. The Falmer Armor. The Armor of the Old Gods. Blades Armor, Penitus Oculatus, Stormcloak Officer, and the Wolf Armor on display there. We got all of the masks of the Dragon Priest and Clavicus Vials, obviously. Got all the skulls, Arvax, Potema, Torsten, Skullkey, and Sarek, and then the Kolbjorn Skull. Did I put anything in this display case? I think I did at one point, but we got all the Dragon Claws, all the Bugs in Jars, all the Paragons. And then on top of all that, we have this chest, which has a fuck ton of stuff that I've dumped into it over the course of the playthrough, including... In fact, let's dump the rest of these in there and just see how many of those we have, actually, for the Flawless. Flawless gems. Like, look at that. 121 flawless diamonds, 217 flawless amethyst, 160 emeralds, 208 garnets. Oof. So many. I don't even know where I got the glazed earth from. We got some more bugs in a jar that we got from the mods. Heartstone, Warhorn. Like, we got so many different things in here that we picked up over the course of our playthrough. Some of them a lot more rare than others. I don't know why I have silver candlesticks. I wouldn't think those are rare, but yeah, it would have been nice to have something that could display every unique item in the game, or at least rare item in the game. Hell, I would take one where you could where they had a display for every item in the game. Like, you put up, like, even like iron ore, like they had a display that was just the different ores, like, stuff like that. I would have loved something like that, but unfortunately I couldn't find one, or at least not one that was on the Xbox. But I will admit, I didn't look online. I just looked through the mods on the Xbox, and it's not the easiest thing in the world to get through. But yeah, this is my treasure chest of everything that I was like, I should keep this because it's unique, or at least super, or at least rare. You don't get very many of them, or even if it's just like the Golden Saints armor and that, it's like they're not really rare. I can make them, and I got a bunch of them, but they're still somewhat different. Dark, yeah. But yeah, this is just all of this. Like, look at the fucking treasure trove that we've got of different things. Like, Fang of what? Sure, I don't even know. And like, a lot of these we got so long ago that I don't even know where they came from. But yeah, then you're right, the fishing rods. And then for some reason, the Staff of Ringgold is the final thing. But yeah, and then in here we got a few just like the random, somewhat unique potions and drinks that there are in here. I got a bunch of black soul gems, 47 filled black soul gems, 9 filled grand soul gems, and then a bunch of fragments. And yeah, and I mean, if we went to Whiterun, I know there's still some shit in the chest at home there. And then obviously I have a bunch of stuff. I'd show you my book collection, but it's not. A lot of it is just in a bag right now. It's just in a sack on the floor of my library because I didn't feel like putting them all back on the shelf. But yeah, that'll be it for this part. If there's anything you guys know that I missed, feel free to put it in the comments. I will, if enough of them show up, and hell, even if enough of them don't show up, I might still just do them anyway and just release it as an extra video. It wouldn't be the first time I've released an extra video. Yeah, and that's it. I mean, it's been almost 150 parts of Skyrim. It's been long amount of time, like months wise. It's been quite a long time. I didn't look to see when I released the first part of Skyrim, but it wouldn't surprise me if I've been doing this for like a year. Well, no, because I released 3 videos a week, so 150 parts, 3 videos a week. It couldn't have been a year because I know that there's been some weeks. I think there was a week where it was just Skyrim all week or something. Was there not? Maybe, I don't know. Either way, that is it for Skyrim. That is our 100%. Oh yeah, I forgot that I also got Isgrimor's axe and shield and Oriel's bow and shield. But yeah, that'll be it for Skyrim. On Saturday, it'll either be, if I can find something that I missed in Skyrim, which is highly unlikely at this point. Because if I've missed it at this point, I just don't know it exists. And I'm not going to... I could go through like my quest list to make sure I actually did them all, but that's a lot of work. So yeah, odds are Saturday it'll just be an extra Metascore video. But that'll be it for this part. Thanks everybody for watching. And I'll see you next time for a different